Hello students, this is the 8th lecture on matrix algebra. In this video lecture, we will be discussing some questions on eigenvalues. In my previous video, we have seen what is the definition of eigenvalues and how can we calculate the eigenvalues for a 3 cross 3 matrix, for a 2 cross 2 matrix, and various other results we have discussed in the last lecture. So I hope you have understood all those results. So keeping all those results in your mind, today we'll be discussing few questions and we will be learning few other tricks to solve the eigenvalues for a given matrix. So first of all, I'll be taking example for a 3 cross 3 system. And as I have told yesterday, in case of a 3 cross 3 system, the characteristic polynomial is nothing but x cube minus trace of the matrix A into x square plus the trace of adjoint A, right, into x, and that is minus determinant of A. This is equal to 0. So that is what is the characteristic polynomial in case of a 3 cross 3 system. So many of you will find it that it is very difficult to calculate all these values. Rather than you will be solving a minus lambda I equals to 0 and you'll be finding out the characteristic polynomial from here. But let me show you through an example that again this formula is very easy to implement. For example, if we have a 3 cross 3 system, let me write it as 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7 8 9. Now, if you are interested to calculate the characteristic polynomial for this given matrix, so it will be x cube, fine, minus the trace. Now, what is the trace? 9 plus 1, 10 plus 5, 15. So, this will be minus 15x square. Then plus the trace of adjoint A. So, and in my previous videos, I have explained the concept of adjoint of A. So, clearly, if you calculate the adjoint of A11, so here I am writing the adjoint of A11. So, this will be 9 5 is 45 minus 8 into 6, that is 48. This comes out to be minus 3. Similarly, if you calculate the adjoint of A22, so this will be, just cover these lines, 9 into 1, that is 9, minus 7 is a, that is 21. So this comes out to be minus, I think, 12, right? Again, adjoint of A33, this comes out to be 5 minus 8, again, which is minus 3. So now we were asked to find the trace of adjoint. It means take out the sum of these, minus 12 plus minus 3 plus minus 3, that comes out to be minus 18. So this is nothing but, so let me write it again, x cube minus 15x square minus 18x. Now the last thing which we are to find is the determinant of A. Now just without wasting time, you can just observe this thing very clearly. If you add first row with third row and divide it by 2, you'll be getting nothing but the row second, right? So it means you have got a row which is a scalar multiple of other two rows. So this is a singular matrix, so it means its determinant will be 0. Fine. So see, you have calculated the characteristic polynomial in a very less time rather than solving it for a minus lambda I and then take the determinant equals to 0. That will be time consuming. So I hope you have understood this question. Now let me write some results which we have already understood in yesterday's lecture, and then we'll be practicing few more questions. So the first result which you need to cram or which you need to understand is that if we have a matrix and that is of rank 1. So if matrix is of rank 1, in that case the eigenvalue will be, then eigenvalues will be trace of A and rest all the eigenvalues will be 0. Rest all others will be 0. And we can understand this result through an example. So let me take a very simple example in this case. So if I take a 3 cross 3 system, that is, let us take a 3 cross 3 system, 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Now you can convert this matrix into echelon form and you can check that this is a matrix of rank 1. Why? Because just you subtract other rows and you will be getting 1 0 0 1 0 0 and 1 0 0. So this is a matrix which is of rank 1. Now what I need to understand is that the eigenvalues in this case will be the trace of A and rest all other eigenvalues will be 0. So let me apply the standard approach here first, that is determinant of A minus lambda I. So in that case that is nothing but 1 minus lambda 1 1 1 1 minus lambda 1 1 1 and 1 minus lambda. Fine. Now you just take out the determinant of this matrix. So this will be 1 minus lambda, fine, and just multiply this. There will be 1 minus lambda square minus 1, okay, minus 1 times this will be minus 1. So this will be 1 minus lambda minus 1. Now again, this is plus and this is 1 minus 1 minus lambda. So on solving, you will be getting a characteristic polynomial equals to, so you'll be getting lambda cube minus 3 lambda square equals to 0. You can solve this equation. Now just take lambda square common from this. This will be lambda square common. So lambda minus 3 equals to 0. In this case, you can see that eigenvalues will be 0, 0, 3. Now, if you are given this matrix now in exam, you can see that yes, this is the matrix of rank 1. So without solving, you can write that the eigenvalues for this matrix will be the trace of A. What is the trace of A? 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is 3, and rest all the other eigenvalues will be 0. So this is a 3 cross 3 system, so we will be having 3 eigenvalues. If one is 3, the other 2 will be 0. So see, this trick is very important. So this is the first trick which I have told you in this video lecture. So moving on to the other results. So the result second, which is again very important. So if the matrix is scalar matrix, right, or it is upper triangular matrix, or it is lower triangular matrix, right, and even if it is diagonal matrix, if it is diagonal matrix, fine, then the eigenvalues will be, in that case, then eigenvalues will be just the diagonal entries, just the diagonal entries. So again, this is the second trick which I have told you in this video lecture. So you need to apply this trick whenever the matrix is either scalar, upper triangular, lower triangular, right, diagonal matrix. Now what is a scalar matrix, what is upper triangular matrix, lower triangular matrix, diagonal matrix, all this I have explained in my previous video lectures. I'll be providing the link in the description box. And the third trick which we have already learned in our last lecture, that is the trace of A is nothing but the sum of eigenvalues, and the determinant of A gives us the product of eigenvalues. Fine. So the fourth trick which we have already learned in our last lecture, that if your matrix is a singular matrix, then at least one of the eigenvalue, which is lambda, will be 0. And the last trick, the fifth trick, that is, if in case we have a non-singular matrix, then none of the eigenvalue will be 0. So you need to remember this. Yes, if a matrix is non-singular, so none of the eigenvalue will be 0. Again, one more trick. This trick I'll be explaining through an example. Now this is a matrix, 3 cross 3 matrix, 1 2 3 4 2 0 7 3 minus 4. Now you can observe this matrix very carefully if you take the row sum. So 3 plus 2 plus 1, which is 6. The row sum is 6. Come to the second row. Again 4 plus 2 plus 0, that is 6. Again the third row, 7 plus 3 10 minus 4, which is again 6. So the trick says that if I'm adding row wise or column wise, we get the same number, then that number will definitely be the eigenvalue. So the last remark is, after doing the transpose of the matrix, the eigenvalues never change. Keeping all these remarks in our mind, let us solve few questions. So the first question here is, now if you are asked to calculate the eigenvalues, the first thing which you can observe from here is, that is the row sum. 2 plus 1 which is 4. Again if you take the row sum for this will be 4. 3 plus 6 9 minus 5, again 4. So we have 3 eigenvalues, so the first eigenvalue is 4. The second thing which you can observe from here is, that is the second column is a scalar multiple of the first column. So this implies that yes, this is a singular matrix, and in case of singular matrix, at least one eigenvalue will be 0. Now we are left with, now we are left to calculate the third eigenvalues, that you can calculate just by the formula, that is the sum of eigenvalues, that is 4 plus 0, let the third eigenvalue will be lambda 3. So this will be trace. Now what is the trace? You can just see this is 0. So it implies that the third eigenvalue will be minus 4. So see, using these tricks we have really saved our time in solving the question for eigenvalues. So this is a matrix A, which is a 3 cross 3 matrix. We are interested to calculate the eigenvalues for this matrix. We know that for eigenvalues we ax is equal to lambda x, and then just we do a minus lambda I into x equals to 0, and for a non-trivial solution we just put the determinant of a minus lambda equals to 0. So what you need to do in this case is, remembering this equation, if you multiply a with e1, now whatever ei's, these are the usual bases which I have already taught you in the linear algebra course. You can visit my linear algebra course there. So if you multiplied a by e1, that is 1 2 3 149007, multiply this with E1, which is 100. So what you'll be getting here is 1, 2 and 3, right? So 1, 2 and 3. Again, multiply this by E2. So multiply this with E2. So you'll be getting 149. Multiply this with E3. So why we are doing this? Because we multiplied a with e3 and we get the output as 007. Now what you can do is, this is a into x. You can take 7 out common from this. This will be 001. And what was your x? 001. So you can observe that yes, you have got a eigenvalue 7. So definitely 7 will be one of the eigenvalue for the above system. So what is the trick which we have learned from this is, if any ith column, so if you are saying that this is a first column, second column, third column, and similarly if we have any ith column, so the trick is, if we consider any ith column and we observe that in that particular ith column we have any multiple of ei, so that multiple will definitely become one of the eigenvalue. Again, this is a very important trick because it saves our time. So we will be applying all these tricks in more questions. So you can practice more and more questions and you can try to apply these tricks on those questions. So in my upcoming videos, we will be discussing some block matrices, how to find out the eigenvalues of a block matrix. Then we'll be discussing about the algebraic multiplicity, geometric multiplicity, and some other concepts. So I hope you have understood all the tricks which we can apply to find out the eigenvalues in a very short time. So for more such videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel and do not forget to press the bell icon. Thank you.